6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hi everyone, so here we are in control lab in KL Myself. So we have a few equipments that involve water system. So one of it is gas pressure, and also we have gas flow, gas temperature, liquid flow, level flow, and last but not least, heat exchanger. So basically, all of these equipments involve parameters and have their own parameters that should be controlled. For example, we have gas temperature or flow ratio that control temperature, and temperature is their parameters. Today I will introduce you with one of these equipments, which is heat exchanger. Heat exchanger is a device that allows heat from a fluid to pass to a second fluid without the two fluids having to mix together or come into direct contact. So here the important parameters in this heat exchanger is temperature. So here we use either PID controller, which stands for proportional, integral and derivative controller, or on and off controller to control this equipment. So generally we have two most common types of heat exchanger, so which are shell and tube and flat or fin. So here we are going to be focused with shell and tube heat exchanger. Generally, we have two most common types of heat exchanger, which are shell and tube or flat or fin. So here in this control lab, we are going to be focused more on shell and tube heat exchanger. So how does it work? It works when one fluid flows to a set of metal tubes, while second fluid passes through a sealed shell that surrounds.
I'll be explaining about the flow of water system in the plant. So the first equipment that we choose is the heat exchanger. The main component that use water in this heat exchanger is in the shell and tube. Okay, this is the shell, and inside the shell there is a tube, bundle of tubes and a baffles. The function of baffles is to provide a contact area for dissipating heat. The hot hydraulic fluid will flow in the baffle, and the cooling water will flow into the bundle of tube. So basically, in heat transfer system, heat is exchanged as two liquid of an unequal temperature approaching equilibrium, and a higher temperature difference results in a more rapid heat transfer. Heat exchanger can be applied in many ways. First of all, it can be used as antifreeze, which to protect solar collector from freezing in cold weather. Secondly, it can be used in hydraulic oil and water in engine. Thirdly, it can be used for transmission and in hydraulic power pack. And lastly, the cold and hot water can be used in swimming pool water or in charged air. That's all from me. First, we can see that the rusty pipe and tank that can cause the water cannot flow smoothly in a certain process and make the machine cannot perform in its optimum level. As you can see, the colors of the water is produced maybe by the rusty piping system or the rusty tank. Next, we'll be moving on to the pressure equipment. Unstable pressure equipment can cause also the water flow cannot flow at a stable rate. Next is the problem where the drainage water cannot flow correctly from the drain overflow to the bigger drain, where we can see the objects block the water path inside the drain. Also, one of the problems that occurs frequently when the students conducting the experiments is where we can see the level for the valves and piping system is not labeled correctly, where it can cause the students cannot control the pipe and the flow of water. Last but not least, we can see heat exchanger. Main thing that is controlling the heat exchanger is temperature. So the unstable temperature from the machine also can affect the process of water flow inside in an experiment. Here are some suggestions that our groups have concluded to prevent any harmful accidents happen or improve the efficiency of the machine. The pipe and tank should be cleaned and carry out a housekeeping service at the piping system area to ensure no rust occurs or any corrosion. Auto detector for temperature and pressure also should be installed to detect any pressure and temperature drops or exceed the limit that should be maintained in an experiment. Renew the level or the speed so that any checking or observing process in the experiment can be done better. Repair any leakage occurs. Microbiological treatment or inhibitor corrosion should be installed in the piping system to reduce any corrosion occurs in the pipe. And lastly, clear the path for the drainage water to flow into the bigger drain.
Nowadays, so you know about what is heat exchanger, you know about how the process flow, and you know about the problem and the solution about heat exchanger. Now, we want to know about the safety aspect. Okay, first thing first, the trained personnel only that have allowed to repair and service the equipment, because that person have a knowledge about the equipment and how to repair the equipment. This terminal venting is also about because of the ground fault. Ground faulty is the short circuit occur in the compressor. So when the short circuit occur, the chemical from the refrigerant can contact with the short circuit, which can cause the fire. add a right component. So the experiment can run smoothly without any confusion.